Mm.
Missing
I'm
birds, aren't
expecting
we?
clarification on elemental manipulation as well. Because the update of elemental manipulation says it's an instant power, but all the text seems to imply that it is expected to last for 5 rounds like it used to.
Yeah, it's probably a typo. I mean, so far, I mean, basically, when I got the email, someone had obviously also got the email and gone in already. Because obviously, and also they obviously you could tell what they were interested in. Apart from the fact they managed to call the thread "Rappable Rider," you guys go, how do I change the title? And apparently, yeah, you can't. So that was the first logged error. Capable rider. Goblins start with a D6 in riding instead of a D4. This maximum increases riding to D12 plus 1. That, of course, is a mistake because no one gets riding as D4 automatically. What it should actually be is goblins get a D4 in riding.
Yeah.
That's the only official feedback I'd seen so far. Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit there and do the whole module. I literally just decided, right, I know you lot, I know what you're like. You'll be going through the book because it dropped today, and you'll all be going through it and finding all these really cool edges and whinging and boning. So as I say, I wouldn't recommend actually clicking on the advanced player's guide because you will get a screen full of console errors. Because don't
push the big red button. Stay away from the big red button.
It's, as I say, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can, but you will get a load of because literally all I have done, that is not really done. There's not a lot done in there at all. Yeah, I literally that was me literally scraping the PDF and running the macros I run to make it into just so I could, and the only reason I've done it is so I could add in the hindrances, the edges and the class edges, and they're there just because, very much so, for not even hindrances as well, just so you can have a look at them if you don't have access to the PDF. And obviously the point being is they'll be there for the next one, because Crimson Throne will be a way off, but the next one you get to create some. I'm toying with letting. Well, you're either going to create some seasoned characters, or I'm toying with the idea that I might run another adventure first that I'll sort of level you up to seasoned at the end of, if that makes sense. But I haven't decided yet. But in the meantime, you were in. Oh damn! My sound effects aren't working.
I believe we were in the stink zone. If I remember rightly.
You were clambering over the bog of eternal stench.
Sounds about right.
Judging by the sound effects. And
too soon, man. Too soon.
So I know.
I thought that was the Swamps of Sadness.
I know bits of the image are probably. So I've basically just blatantly ripped off an image from the Roll20 advertising site. I might have a look at the tokens later, but I don't know whose they are. And literally just plonked it down there. So that is Bert's body, and his token now just represents his head. So you are literally balancing on top of the dragon over the bog of eternal stench.
Yeah, JJ's giving me some special ambience for that. My dog, just to clarify.
Right, so if I click launch. Discord. We might get some sound effects. In the meantime, I seem to recall you entered this area and I can't see the pin for it. Where's the pin gone? Okay, this is the... And you
in the bog. I should be on Bert's back.
You were. Someone moved you. Okay, so the surrounding stone's fallen away into a lot. I don't care about Student Hub's Discord. Go away. Yeah.
Right.
The surrounding stone has fallen away into a large curved cavern. Here and there, foul waters cascade into the room from intersecting tunnels, tumbling 10 feet to a frothy surface of liquid below. It's all nice and good.
I think we found Runeforge's sewage system.
I agree.
And I can't
necessarily,
imagine the
so.
kind of stuff that ends up in their sewage given some of the things we've seen in here.
You don't have to imagine it. It's flowing past your feet.
I don't want to look at it either. It makes me.
It's just no worse. I mean, Stunty's armour after a fight's pretty ripe, isn't it?
Oh crap! I forgot to charge my headphones, and they're just beeping at me. This could get interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care what it smells like. I just don't want to taste it if I fall off.
Okay. So anyway, so you came in here, and basically two vaguely shaped tadpole things are sort of basically vaguely tadpole-shaped creatures. So, oh yeah, I've done something to the map. Unfortunately, the line of sight moves with the map. That's why everyone's in the walls. That's fine. I accidentally moved stuff on the map earlier. I moved the entire map by mistake when I was trying to move layers. So, yeah, these interesting-looking individual things, like vaguely tadpole-shaped, apparently, don't seem to like the fact you're here.
I don't think anything is like the fact that we're here like that ever stopped us before.
We'll put him on hold, and let's actually make something.
How big are these vaguely tadpole-shaped things?
That's a very good question, isn't it? How big are
tadpole sized as well? We've probably got nothing to worry about.
Oh, I like the graphic for us being on his back. I must have been away when that happened.
They're 13 feet long.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Well, those are huge.
Just wait till you meet the frogs.
I like it. Okay, Irina, you're up first.
Okay. Let me just check on my PowerPoints situation. Oh, good. It's good. Yay. Do I have? You know what? I'm dawdling because I'm not doing enough thinking. I'll go on hold so that I'm not holding everything up while I think. Why can't I do that? Why can't I put me on hold? Is it possible to put yourself on hold, or is that something the GM has to do?
Yeah, there should be a button down in the, I think it's the bottom right.
With the combat tracker.
Ah, yes, there it is. There. I was looking for it in the place that it is when you're a GM and I got confused, sorry.
Okay, first things first, as these 13-foot-long, vaguely terrifying tadpole creatures fly into view, I need everyone to make a fear check at -2.
My hand twitched and they made it at -4.
Bert is okay, Irina is okay, Rennick is okay, Dondrad is okay, Shnookums is okay, and Jelsa's okay. Well, that's all wonderful stuff, so that's the end of worrying about that.
Nothing scares Jelsa.
Indeed.
Well, I hang out with Rannick. What else is there after you know Rannick, you know? Never mind, Rannick. Didn't mean that. Sorry.
Wow. Jelsa just apologised. Something's got to her.
Oh, well, that's a scary thought, isn't it? Okay, so...
I'm afraid he's going to throw me in that smelly muck.
Ah, of course.
Jelsa's been taken over by a doppelganger.
Okay, this 13-foot thing comes. Oh, it didn't do it as opposed. That's okay. This 13-foot creature flies up, and the two grasping tentacles come out and start wrapping themselves around Dondrad. I need athletics rolls from you, Dondrad, to avoid being grappled.
Straight athletics.
It's athletics is yep. Oh, okay. Right, the 11 beats the 10, so now all you need is a 12 on your second attempt.
A second attempt? Right.
Two grapples. And then Reed is requesting interrupt. Okay, so you are entangled.
Well, I think what we'll do is we'll get entangled. Yes, that's what we'll do.
Okay, Arena requests an interrupt.
I think I've targeted everyone, including myself, except for the guy who's currently a dragon. I'm going to try to boost trait on all of us.
Okie dokie.
Excellent.
That is successful casting of boost trait.
Wonderful. I am going to... boost our... Really? It's either athletics or agility, I'm trying to think. Athletics.
Go boost athletics. Okie dokie.
Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to need to be agile to avoid disasters on a relatively regular basis in this combat, so I'm going to make it a little bit easier for everybody.
Oh, bollocks. Try that again. There we go.
Thank you very much.
So I have to do it. I have to do it as the right person, otherwise it doesn't work. The only gripe I have about this one is, other than having a stupidly long list, I can't. There isn't a way to sort of do this, is there?
You just have to replace the word trait with the relevant skill after you've put it in, and then copy and paste it over to the other people, which isn't exactly very convenient.
No. Oh, for God's sake, I've done it again. Okay.
Is it possible to have a pop-up that would have you enter what trait you are modifying before it applies it?
I don't believe yet there is a way to do that, alas.
It is a shame, because it is...
Well, I tell you what, I tell you what I'm looking at. The one I'm looking at is the fact that we now you're going to have to code it. So somehow we need to potentially code it that if you spend points of conviction, you add a D4 instead of a D6 because of one of the hindrances.
Oh, right, yeah, one of the hindrances does that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's done already. You have to undo the existing the stuff is hard coded, isn't it? For spending a point of conviction, but to get the dice right is relatively easy.
Oh, good. I'll get you to tell me to do that another day. The other one I need to work out is how you can an effect so you don't have a gang up bonus. Not a gang up bonus against you. You just don't get a gang up bonus. That's another one of the hindrances. Loner.
Oh.
Anyway, Rannick, you're
surely
up.
Gang up -1.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking if you set something, if you just set an edge that says something like gang up -8, which is double the most it can ever be, that should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you need to make it more than -4 because you can't get more than 4. But if there's say 7 other people around you, then you'd still get a bonus. So I think you'd have to make it a ridiculously large negative to negate the. But anyway, I haven't played with it yet, as I say. Yeah. Anyway, Rannick, you're up.
Right. So Rannick will reach into his magic pouch and toss out his magic net, which will entangle both of those, which of course now makes them vulnerable.
Does it? I thought it made it distracting.
According to the Advanced Player's Guide, it now makes them vulnerable.
I know, according to the Advanced Player's Guide, but unfortunately, if you look up Entangle Power in Fantasy Grounds right now, you'll find it still makes them distracted.
In which case, I'll bind them instead. I was just going with if you're putting the edges in, and you were talking about how entangled has changed, you were going to be using change.
No,
If you're
I'm not
that-
using. I'm not using how entangles changed yet. This is playtest. Those. Well, actual fact, I think that's going to be the way it's going to be anyway. But for now, I'm going to make you have to spend the extra power points. More.
That's fine, I don't mind, and I'm not. I'm even going to use selective so that I don't catch Bert in it either.
Yeah.
Especially as we're riding him.
Aye, actually, looking at changes to entangle, I've done this in a past life. Anything that smacks of a shaking lock is never going to be popular. Do you remember you had to get a raise and to unshake?
Yes.
I could see it. I could go to games convention and I could look at tables in a games convention. I could tell you who's sitting on a table, who's shaking lock and who's not. Because the first thing they do is get their mobile phone out.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
But anyway, also I think, well, yeah. What was I going to say? I've been toying with the idea with this one. I think what I'm going to do is, obviously, I will put the fact the rules have changed I will put the fact the rules have changed in the advanced players guide in the right sections. But I think the logical thing to do is actually update the core rules.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So when they've modified the powers, like in the actual, what I'm thinking is where they've modified powers and stuff, the modified powers I will have to put in the core rules, I think, and just having the adventurer's guide that the powers have been modified, because otherwise you'll end up with two versions of the powers, and because you can't exclude stuff. That's the problem. If they put exclusion in, then I could do it the nice way. But anyway.
Okay, well then run along Bert's back and stab them both with my spear.
Oh, that tickles! Stop doing that!
Indeed.
Well, I think I should spend a penny on that. Oh, got one of them. That'll do. Okay.
To be honest, the only reason that basically distracted is going to make being entangled is distracted and being bound is vulnerable is literally down to the fact is I don't know how to change the hard coding in Fantasy Grounds to make it work a new way.
Yeah.
Is the real life reason. Okay, Mr. Don of the Drad.
Right, okay. I'm sure there's a sensible plan here, but I'm not going to use it. So,
Of course, you're entangled, aren't you?
I'm entangled in a minute. So, all I can do is break free. Is that right?
No, you're not bound. You're entangled. If you
bound,
had, if both tentacles had got you, you'd have been. Oh, hang on. You might be bound actually.
I might be bound.
You are bound because I rolled an 11 and you rolled a 2. Sorry, you are bound.
I is bound. Right, okay, so, I've got to break free.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever get a scenario where I can't do it if I'm bound and I could do nothing about it, then what's the point?
It's only if you're bound by a mechanical device that you get.
We're not worrying about the new rules. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but it still means the player has to step away from the table. Right,
But he's bound by the tentacles, so...
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he could have said.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be strength minus 2. The fact that I can't cut the tentacles, can I?
Well, actually, that's a good question. Can you cut the tentacles?
Just that they're binding me and a two-handed sword that I'm holding, so I'm sure if I squeeze a little bit, something might pop.
You might lay an egg.
Okay, the creature has a number of tentacles. Grappling rolls with tentacles get +2 bonus, which I've got, and its crushing attack causes strength damage. Severing a tentacle is a called shot. If damage exceeds the creature's toughness, the limb is severed and the monster is shaken. If it was already shaken, it takes a wound. So if you were entangled, you could attempt to sever but because you're bound, all you can do is struggle to get free, or hope someone else can cut you free, as it were.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's going to be a struggle to break free because it's quite tough. Yes, we're going to go strength minus. Oh no, not that. We're going to go strength minus 2, I think.
Remember, you've
Okey-dokey.
just had your athletics boosted.
What's that? You've just had athletics boosted.
No,
Yeah, Arena can boost athletics on all of us, so your athletics is up 1 die type.
Don't
Is it not
forget,
just
it'll be strength minus 2 or athletics minus 2. Sorry, strength minus 4 or athletics minus 2. Because you're bound. There's the distracted bonus penalty on top of the fact you have to use strength at minus 2.
Yeah,
to
let's
break
go.
free.
Let's roll the boosted athletics. It's not going to make any difference, so because I'm knackered.
Are you happy with a 1? I had to scroll the
we all
screen
know
down
the
there.
answer to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Because I is fatigued and I've got
Phobic.
issues.
Yes, I know. I'm afraid so. Okay, Bert's up.
Yeah, I'm saving my bennies for when I fall in the water.
Technically speaking, Bert, I'm afraid you can't move from where you are, but obviously your head is. I've positioned your head
I
on
was
top
going to
of
say,
your
I
head.
don't plan on moving. I'm just going to bite number 2 over here.
I thought you might, yeah. That's a hit with a raise. Well, that's that really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to swallow it, Bert.
Snooks is going to very carefully walk along and not run so that he doesn't have any chance at slipping and just kind of get a little closer.
Okay. Oh, water elemental is still cleaning the walls, so I'll put him on hold. In fact, you don't need to worry about him anymore, so I'm just going to delete the water elemental off the combat track.
So we only got one of these horrible things left.
Get it off me! Get it off me!
All right.
It's sticky.
Well, I'm gonna come up here and climb up on Gondred's shoulder despite him being grappled.
That's okay. It means next round I get to pull both of you into the bog of eternal stench.
Well, I only use half my move there, so. And then I'm gonna take out a wand. See which one I want. Holy, I got too much stuff on the list here. Yeah, this will work. Oh, I like this one.
That's a hit with a race with a rond of bolt.
Yeah, with armor piercing of 4.
Ouch.
Oh, how long's my computer been unplugged?
Oh no, that's not acceptable. Oh, it's gonna be one of them days.
It would appear so, I'm
Oh, and I'm
afraid.
gonna jump back down off of Bert's shoulders. Or climb back down because this stuff is gooky.
Yeah,
Nice
take the foot out of my beard, please.
Yeah, Bert's got nice
Oh,
scales.
dear. Oh dear, it's going first. Okay, well, I think basically it basically flies over here, taking Dondrad with it. At which point it bites Dondrad.
That's just not nice. I might have to do something about that.
I might spend a penny on the biting of Dondrad.
I can understand that.
That
Don
looks
Dad's
like...
going for a swim.
Hang on, sorry, I take that back. It can't, can it?
No, because it's bound.
Because it's bound. If it's bound, does that mean Dodrad's still bound, though? I suppose it is. You just...
Yeah, he's double wrapped.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
bound it. It bound Dondrad, and then I bound it.
Kind of like Russian dolls, but with bindings.
It's more like combat conga. It's got me by the waist, and somebody's got it by the waist.
So I will spend the penny I spent before, and on a second attempt to break free. It's not going anywhere. It can't do anything. It can't do anything nasty to Dondrad, like inject Dondrad with the lingering lethal poison. Irina's up.
Okay, time to become something more useful.
Bearing in mind you're standing on the back of a rather narrow worm over a very unpleasant pit.
Which is why I want to become something that can independently fly, and I no
Fair
longer
enough.
will require being on the worm.
That's okay then. Sorry, I know you're petulant turning into big, thunking, heavy hitters lately. That's why.
It depends on the situation. This is not the time for a big, thonking, heavy hitter. This is the time for something delicate. It's also not the time for a fire elemental, because let's face it, that's not considerate to the person underneath me.
Especially he's an ice Lenore as well, I seem to recall.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty cruel thing to do, wouldn't it? I'm not going to do that. I'm just trying to think. Just 1 second, I'm just going to grab the bestiary book so I can choose what I'm going to be.
I must admit, that's the only thing I wish they'd done.
That can fly. Sorry, what was that?
No, I was mostly talking to myself there. Was this a Kickstarter or was this one of their game changers? I can't remember.
I think it was Kickstarter.
Yeah. They've
Maybe
pulled their
some-
latest game
Because it's
change,
the whole
haven't they?
Pathfinder thing.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
the wider audience.
They've pulled
What's
their
the
latest,
size of
haven't
the thing that I'm stood on? Sorry.
9? 10?
So pretty damn big, okay.
Yeah.
they? Size 9.
Alrighty. I think I'm going to change into a wormling-sized dragon. There's one that doesn't mind about water. Just
Black.
trying to find that one. Is it black?
Black dragons used to live in swamps, didn't they? It was in my imagination that the green dragons used to breathe chlorine gas.
We could probably do with that right now.
Because
Yes, they
in
used to.
Pathfinder, they breathe acid.
Yeah.
Like black
Black
dragons.
Black dragons would breathe acid with acid, and green dragons used to breathe clouds.
Oh,
Why can't I find black? Where's black? Blue, blue,
yeah, I
reds.
thought that was the case.
Black, there.
The only thing
Swamp stride, yes.
I know.
Yes.
I mean,
Go on.
No, after you. What you're
What, a black dragon
advancing
wormling.
now. Black dragon wormling. Okie dokie. I didn't think there was this time round. I was just thinking it's a real shame that they didn't do Bestiary 2 as part of this one, because it would have been nice to have some more monsters.
Mm.
So the Bestiary was the
Yeah.
finish of the books, wasn't it?
Yeah, I must admit that's the one thing about it. The book's very short. I mean, on monsters.
Mhm.
However,
The fantasy
If
companion's
you're-
got quite a lot.
yeah, I've noticed though when you're writing adventures, a lot of the monsters are exactly the same, with just different skins.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, they work out
um,
exactly the same.
yeah. Basically getting ready for the next well, as I say, the filler camp. Oh, hang on. What size are you?
Oh, and I got it with the
You are
raise, by
size-
the way.
You're size -1, so you are that tiny. Okay, that means your strength goes up a dice, your vigor goes up a dice, and your toughness goes up a dice. And there you are, a
Thank
black
you.
wormling.
Am I able to continue and move as well? Presumably, if I tried to fight, that would have incurred a multi-action penalty, which I didn't declare, but I presume I can move.
Moving is technically a free action, but don't you have favoured powers transmuter now?
I do, don't I? So it doesn't. Thank you for reminding me of that, you kind and wonderful GM.
The only thing you can't do is make a breath attack because that does have to be.
That's
Yeah, a
A full
fine.
round action. But don't think wormlings. Oh yeah, wormlings do 2d6 damage worth for attack.
But I can do. I think I've got the right attack in my ridiculous menu of attacks here somewhere. Strength plus a d6.
You have to admit, I'm the totally top secret project that I'm totally working on that can never be released, and therefore I'm spending too much time in making it look really, really pretty just for me. It's taking me an awful long time to do because it's a conversion from 5e, and therefore it's doing the monsters is taking forever and a day because it's not a case of just pasting the monster in. It's not a case of just pasting. It's not a case of just pasting the monster into SW Maker and pressing a button. I've got to sit there. I've got to sit there and convert the monster because I want to have it in the reference manual so I can go through them and actually look at the stats because I won't have a book version of this. You know what I mean? I want actually the reference manual version of the monster and the monster. So I'm typing out the whole monster description first. Then I'm using that to create it into it. So it's taking forever and a day. But
That's
anyway.
very tedious.
It does. Every now and again, if I get a classic monster, I'll post it in the forum chat so people can look at it. Like I did Grex a while back.
It's shaken.
It is shaken. Thank you very much.
Most welcome.
But as I say, seeing as we've got another book, I've got plenty of time to get it finished. Also, what I have, the other thing is, I have decided that I will be I will be sitting there and I don't think there's a PDF version of it, so I'll be sitting there and heavily typing in quite a few of the rules from Pirates of the Spanish Main because the rules the rules and quite a few rules in that book will be very useful for the next campaign. Don't judge, you're up.
Yeah, the ship
Mini
chart
campaign.
in it's quite good. Ship damage chart's quite good. I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to go for an athletics to break free.
Well, I've just made it shaken. That might help.
Oh, I think the fate 7.
Happens if you shake someone who's grappling someone.
If shaken grapple in the grapple, it's only if you're stunned you drop the grapple.
That was it. We had that last week, didn't we?
We did.
Are you happy with a 7?
I think 7's quite good for me at this state.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I think it is too. Right, let's see what we can do.
That's exploded.
Oh, it's exploded all over the place. Sorry.
Oh, he's there. Right. Oh, it's already keyed in. That's fine. Oh, actually, ignore me there. Sorry. I did it automatically with... Didn't it? You did it twice then. Why did you do it? Oh, because of 2 tentacles. Well, I'm going to be genuinely... I'm going to be genuinely fair here and say, well, it's obviously the first roll is the only one that applies because you only grappled once, so you are no longer bound. You're merely entangled.
Right. Was that a free action to break free?
It's an action,
No.
right?
Yeah, it's
It's
a
It's
full
an
action.
action. Yep.
It's an
So
action.
that's me. I is free. I'm free, and it's still slimy.
Yeah, it's a full round action, as it were, isn't it? Because you don't... Oh, well, I suppose... I would say, actually, I suppose you can declare a multi-action attempt to break free with the multi-action penalty and gamble the fact that once you're free, you can get an attack. That does seem perfectly reasonable. I will allow that. But obviously, you know what I mean? Because...
Yeah.
Because people, you'd have to be very confident you're going to get free to risk it. But there we go. Right, Nick, you're up.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think I'm going to keep Frenzy going. But I am going to hit it really hard.
Didn't you just activate? Oh no, you didn't activate frenzy.
No, I
Actually, you probably didn't have. You probably shouldn't have had frenzy, but that's okay. You're going to hit it really hard with a wild attack, are you? Go for it.
that's the idea, anyway. That will do. Yeah, really hard it is.
It is indeed. Do us a favour, will you? Hit it again. Hit it again.
Any particular reason?
Yes, I've just given you a -8 gang up by.
He's
No,
testing.
see that? Yeah, I was testing. So yeah, that worked, didn't it? You had a gang up +2 with a gang -8. It came in as. It didn't take 10 off, did it? So although it looks a bit weird, that's probably the way to do it. Until there's a coded way to ignore gang up. Thank you.
I hit it. I didn't hurt it with the second hit.
Yeah, that second hit was me just testing it. Okay, it's dead.
And then I will jump off Bert's head.
Okay, I need an athletics check.
Alrighty.
Because it's slippery when you jump off Bert's head. Okie dokie. Jelsa, you're up. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to carry on the round because it's easier that way, as it were.
Well, I'm gonna climb up over Dondrad.
Who's
The
no longer
beard.
entangled.
And I'll,
Actually, you know, here comes something really interesting. Hang on. Dondrad, actually, I will give you a chance to make an athletics check because what's happened here is Ranix just killed the creature that's still got its tentacles round you. So as it plummets,
Because I
it
broke
takes you with it. Oh, you were entangled. You won't. You
Can I
won't.
try
You
and
got,
catch him?
broke
I was
free.
attacking the same creature. Can I try and catch him?
well, yeah, but I'm going to say if he makes an athletics check, he can grab hold of Bert before he tumbles or to down.
Yeah, but I broke free.
You didn't break free. You were bound. You only got too entangled.
No, I broke free, definitely. Because I'm not entangled now.
That's only because I just deleted it and that reminded me you were entangled. So off you go.
Oh, you watch the replay. Oh, I'll
No.
get the
I
replay
actually
out of it.
deleted it, and it was me deleting the entangled made me realise you were entangled.
Children, calm down.
Athletics. Sorry, it'll be worth Benny's later on. It'll be good. So athletics.
Indeed. Do you wish to Benny that? I hate to break it to you, Edie. You're quite small and tiny, and he's a big, heavy dwarf, so you probably wouldn't be able to help him much. However, Dondrad is able to grab hold.
Dondrad disappears over the edge, and you'll go, "Oh, poor Dondrad. He was my best friend ever." And he's like, "I can hear you." He's hanging on to his little fingertips.
Yeah. But a heavily armoured dwarf just slid down your side and grabbed hold of you at the last second, very painfully.
Ouch! Ouch! Ouch!
Jelsa's just. I need an athletics check from Jelsa because she's just jumped off. Yes, indeed.
Just jumped up.
Yeah, exactly. Jelsa is absolutely fine. And, well, Bert's the last one to
comes
go.
down
So
this side, she
that's
goes,
the end
"Oh,
of
look!
combat.
There's doors."
Aye, there's yours.
Come on, Amber, you too.
I'll just move Amber, shall we? Let's just get Amber to there. Right.
Thank you.
Okay,
Watch
so.
out for traps, Rannick.
Ain't that your job?
Your shape
360.
change lasted.
I can't
your
do
shape
that
change
when you
lasted.
run ahead.
You're not entangled, Dondred.
yeah,
Eophobia. I shall
Can
unlock
I-
tokens because people can move freely.
Can I pick up Amber in my claws and carry her to there?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Because she's only ickle. Thank you.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
fact, I'll move up a little bit further to allow room for Bert when he. I'll try to. There we go. Got stuck.
Okie dokie. And then the Dondred will obviously clamber down as well. So there we go. But I will revert Bert
Revert Bert.
to token form.
Yeah, can you turn into a guardrail, please, for this split a little bit? Is that an issue?
Okay, there's a set of doors ahead.
Well,
Just gonna go up and listen
make
at
sure they're not
them.
got explored on us. Or out.
Test them to see if they're locked.
Just go through, just go through, just go through.
Be the first one eaten by whatever's behind them.
It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. I'd rather get eaten by something
matter.
big and scary.
Let's have a notice check if you're examining the doors for traps.
It's just bog of extension. Bog?
Of
Or
eternal
big scary
stench.
monster.
Oh.
Yeah, big scary monster's my vote.
What the hell just happened there?
You targeted yourself and defended against your
jeez.
Let's
Well,
clear
I'm glad to know
targets.
even I can't beat me, but that's not
Okay, you do not find any traps upon the door, and the door does not appear to be locked.
So I push it to see how hard it is to open it.
Well, just click on one of the doors and see if you can open it.
Oh,
seem
it's
to-
another smelly room! You can go first, Freddy.
Okay, now this
Watch
is
your
really
steps.
rather annoying because everything obviously
Oh, right here.
moved. I moved the whole map, so everything's off center. Which there we go. So, let's see now. Definitely look for the tokens. This room reeks of strange chemicals. A 5-foot wide metal. Sorry, different sound effects for this room. A 5-foot wide metal walkway looks out over a large pool of foamy, filthy water 10 feet below, from which 5 metal pipes emerge through the walkway above. 4 of these pipes are 5 feet in diameter and extend up into the 4 corners of the room to a height of about a foot above the balcony. Each is filled. Sorry, I'm trying to understand how the map works. Each is filled with a different coloured bubbling fluid. The 5th pipe is 20 feet away and extends up to the north. This pipe is filled nearly to the rim with shuddering, glowing green sludge.
Is this where
Thin-
Willy Wonka comes out and sticks a coat in one of the cauldrons?
Thin streams of fluid flow through the airs from the 4 corner pipes to drain into the central one. A stone throne floats in the air above the slime.
Oh, lovely.
Which means I need
Not
to
exactly
do
what I'd
that.
pick if I could own a throne room.
Okay, the glowing contents of the pipe fill this room with normal, if unusual, light. Okay, the balcony that encircles this room is slippery, and the filthy pool of water is 30 feet. It's 10 feet below you, isn't it? And the ceiling is 20 feet above the balcony level. Okay. So the pipes seem to be rather interesting. However, the room is not, in fact, empty.
Da, da, da. Sorry, felt like
Or
a
someone, indeed, someone's sitting upon the throne.
Someone or something, just to clarify.
You decide that one.
Is that his beard, or has he got an octopus on his chest?
Yeah, I was just wondering that.
I think if you zoom in, he's got an octopus coming out of a hole in his chest underneath his beard.
Okay.
Yeah, that is inside his chest. I think that's definitely a hole if you zoom in.
And what the hell is he gesturing for us to do? Because that worries me.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi. Lovely place you got here.
Currently glad I'm in dragon form because I do not want to be female around that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to be honest. It does say he's got a hole in his chest, but I don't know what that is coming out of it because I don't think it really mentions it.
It does look like an octopus.
There's some kind of tentacles.
Indeed.
It does seem to have an octopus kind of head to it when you zoom in.
Separate sound effect.
The sound effect's actually quite relaxing this time. Makes me think of a cave water. Tidal cave.
Yeah, there
was a cave water.
Like his heart, which means that would be vessels coming out of there.
Yes, I do believe so. Where is it? It did say it. So this heart. Ah, yes. Ah, it's a magical heart of slime.
Ew.
The heart which beats slowly in his forever open chest. So there we go. Okay. He was effectively remember. Oh, I see. Are they done? Have I done those right? I most certainly have not. I have to go back and fix this encounter. I was focused on. Yeah, add it to the list. I was so busy focused on getting the edges in, I didn't actually read ahead to notice this encounter. Sorry. So. Okay, so. Okay, I'm just. Okay. Ah, I see. Yes, I do remember this encounter. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So he knows you're coming because you've taken a bit of time to get here. So, let's just deal with what he did before you got here, because obviously his little friend told him you were there. So when his maze is invaded, he would have done. I can't find it. That. Okay, which was only. And obviously that would have cost him so many power points, and then obviously you've been in there for a while, so I'd say for argument's sake he's had to renew it twice. I think that seems reasonable. Okay, he's then also cast and had to spend a penny to recast it and got a raise. Okay. So when you get a raise, you can do that. Okay. Well, let's say that cost him another. Yep, that seems reasonable. And then the last thing he does is.
You're starting to echo slightly.
That's because I'm picking someone else's microphone's picking me up. Oh, he's not very good at casting spells, isn't he? That's 2 bennies used up before I even start the fight.
In fact, from where he's sitting, I think he stinks at it.
He's doing it the lazy way.
What's the lazy way, dare I ask?
Well, I'm guessing this has got to be sloth, because I think we only had sloth and lust left to go, and I'm pretty sure this place.
Well, that
isn't
ain't
gonna be
lust. Good God, no, that's not lust.
Oh, cool. Really rather cool. I like that. Okay.
Is this not pestilence?
Okay. Sorry. There we go.
Don't see any
Sorry about that.
lies.
It took me a while to
Deadly
set that one up.
Yeah, there is that as well.
Okay.
It's not the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, it's the 7 deadly sins. Oh,
Arena got the Joker.
woohoo! Pennies! Yay! What the hell?
I don't know. Consequences of gut litany?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to... Is that close enough for my cone weapon?
Hang on.
In fact, actually, if I go there more sensibly, I could get both of them.
Did you nobble his
Sorry, stream.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, I don't even need to be that close. How about there? It's a stream, sorry, not a cone. My fault. Is there a pointer for that?
Your stream's 12 inches long.
Yeah, so there's no... I'll just target them. It's easier.
Yes,
Actually, we'll clear targets
but
first, because I think I've got everybody else targeted.
Actually, it's for the record. Actually, yeah, a stream is actually 1 inch wide as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So you
It's like a
could do
ruler.
it. Yeah, you can. You didn't actually have to go to there to do it. But anyway, it's fine.
Well, if,
Yeah, apparently if you just draw an arrow, it's the arrow.
it's an acid
Pretty much.
breath weapon, 2d6 damage. What do you want me to roll for?
Roll.
Athletics, that was it.
Breathe a breath weapon.
I don't do it often enough to remember that.
Yeah, it's athletics.
I guess the boost wore off, never mind. With a roll like that, who cares?
Okay.
Cool.
No. Okay. Roll. So that. Okay.
Of course, if acid is going to affect the cauldron in that corner, some probably fell in it. I don't know what's in that cauldron, but if it's, some massive vat of bicarbonate of soda, it could be an interesting reaction.
Roll damage, because none of them evaded according to their agility rolls.
Okie dokie. Oh no, I need to do that with /DMG, sorry.
In that case, you need to do 3d6 because it's not going to treat it as a hit with a raise.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. So for this one, that's actually 12 points of damage. So 12 points of damage on the first chap.
Half a beast on the second one.
And roller for the... Okay, so basically you haven't affected the chap. You have affected the imp. And I need you to roll another 3d6 damage, please. The pipe is unaffected.
Okay.
So that's 1 shaken and 2 unaffected at the moment, unless you want to
I
spend
think
any
I'm
guineas to
also
reroll.
going to just back off a little bit further after I've done that because I've got a bit of move left.
Okie dokie.
Amber is staying the hell out of this room because Amber thinks this room is not a good place to be right now.
Joseph's just going to take a step through the door, and I'm going to multi-action this turn. I pull out 2 wands.
Okay. Who wants?
First one, first one, I point at this guy, and lowers his vigor 1 die. The second wand, I turn around and I get this evil look in my eye, and I point at Rannick.
What you doing? Don't turn me into anything unnatural.
That raises his vigor 1 die type. And then I'm going to hide behind Donred and go, oh, Donred, that's an icky place. I've been collecting wands right and left. I forget what I have.
That laugh is disturbing.
That's the guy on the throne.
Mine as well.
Okay, did you apply them or do I need you? Because I don't actually have the spell. I have to pull it up.
No, I need to. I have an idea. I need to talk to someone. Be a lot of work, but I need to talk to someone. Okay. End your turn when you're done.
Okay, I'm first making sure the boost vigor on Rannick got applied and the lower vigor on Hubby got applied.
Yeah.
So, but I have to. Hang on, I just lost. Okay. Oh,
I just hope you didn't get those wands mixed up.
That would have been rather funny.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Only pretty sure.
How you feeling, Rannick?
Dondrad, you're up.
I'm not really sure. How am I supposed to feel?
No, here's the thing. He is
Wait,
flying.
what?
I take it he's flying with an artifact.
Sorry?
I take it he's flying using an artifact.
He's sitting on a levitating throne.
So the throne is doing the flying.
Are you thinking of dispelling whatever's keeping that throne up?
Have you seen that? Have you seen that horrifying new novice dwarf edge shatter spell?
Yes, that one's fun.
Yeah, I'm a dwarf. Dispel by attacking someone really hard. Is it a little OP for a novice edge? Seasoned maybe, but novice. Mind you, it's a background edge, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is probably going to be a bit of a silly, but I'm going to try it anyway because it's a question that has to be asked. Is what happens if we cast the spell all on the guy?
You'll find out when you cast it, won't you? I'll tell you what I really like is the bouncing spell edge. Have you seen that one?
Yes.
That's what that was. That is really cool. I like the bit.
Oh, right.
The answer is nothing happens.
That ring never bloody works these days.
On the other hand, that might be a raise.
It's opposed, isn't it?
Supposed.
Are you happy with a 9?
Go on, we'll take the 9. I think we'll beat that one, all right.
Wasn't it?
Oh, he's blown his dice as well. Easy peasy.
I'm afraid he resists your dispelling.
Oh well, had to try it.
But
Yes, so the only problem I have with the it's a background edge is several of those background edges are seasoned edges.
Yeah, that's a bit silly, isn't it?
Well, no, because you can take a seasoned edge with the GM's approval. A background edge, I mean, with a GM's approval. You have to just sort of fit into the storyline. Why the hell did your token get bigger when you moved over there?
It's the ring around it.
I know. Oh, you've got stuck on the door.
To get through
I've
the
got
door.
18 inches of movement. Come on.
Definitely should have just used a Benny to give him a better card. I'm too nice.
And we will breathe some cold on these guys. Hoof.
That's 3 hits with raises. Roll for damage.
Which is damage is 3d 46. Or 15 points for the first one.
That shakes the man in the throne. You're meant to be doing 5d6 with a raise. Oh, did you?
No, it's 46 with the raise. Normally it's 3d6.
Yeah, that's okay. I just wondered, could you? Oh, because the dice exploded. Yes. Oh, you should have done it as slash. If you type slash damage 4d6, it will treat it as damage, and 2, it will actually explode. And the last one, please, which is also a raise. It's 15. Okay. Okay, that's an apply, and it looks like I do believe our Thor a wound coming in there. Well, he's going to have to soak that, and critically fail to soak it. So he cries. The little imp cries out. Was it? I think he is actually. Cries out in pain. It's a closet. Well, I can't tell because, of course, he bloody turns them into NPCs, doesn't he? He was... yeah, of course it. He's small. Okay. What's Schnook's up to?
What is Schnook's up to? That's a good question.
That's him crying out in pain because someone hit him.
Yeah, Schnooks is going to come in and kind of start circling around this way. That imp thing there is flying. That could be fun to try and knock out of the air.
Okay. He shouldn't be in here. He should be on hold. Okay, he is no longer shaken. So, well, first things first, I think we know. I think I'm going to do this. Yes. I'm not looking forward to having to key in all the modifiers and trying to work out how you do Eidolons. That's not going to be fun. Okay. Where are they? I'm sure they were in the list. Come on. I would have put them in the player's guide. Oh, allies, there they are. Construct Sentinel on his card. Oh, they're cool. I like them. Do you know what? It makes absolutely no sense at all, but I think the token's so cool, I'm going to use it because I think it's the best thing I've seen in a long time. Bink. You have to zoom in to appreciate it. It's a mimic.
It's adorable! I love that! I want to have an actual miniature so I can paint one for my Christmas tree.
Hang on, where did that come from? Forgotten adventures, creatures, tokens, unknown, mimic, present, active, medium, monstrosity. I have no idea where I got that one from. I've got so many tokens, I don't know where the half of them come from. Anyway, so he summons that. That costs him 5 power points, and then I'll spend a Benny to regain some power points. At which point, but he's quite happy sitting on the throne, so I think that's all he'll do. Meanwhile, the construct sentinel, that is now a mimic, is just going to move 6 inches this way. Get to there. And attack Schnookums.
Rude.
Missing. Okie dokie. That's... Oh, I forgot to apply that. Let me move back to there, apply that, and then do that again, because that will do that. That's okay. Then I'll come to this one. Ooh, choices, choices, choices. Oh, actually, that makes my life much easier to decide. Okay, something comes... This pipe behind you that's blood red... a tentacle literally sweeps out of it and nearly hits you. Arena, but you avoid it.
I'm glad I avoided it. I don't want to be hit. Out of the red one, did you say?
Yes, behind you to the left.
Okay.
A tentacle streaks out, shoots over Snookums, and I'll have to hit Snookums. Mrs. Snookums out of the green one at the bottom there.
Was that green?
Bottom. It looks black.
Oh, yes,
I'm not sure. Black. Yeah. And
Very dark green.
A tentacle hits Bert. Well, swings at Bert. When I say hit Bert, I don't mean necessarily. Goes for. Yeah. I shall turn on the targets because obviously now you're aware that these pipes are dangerous. Rannick, you're up.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to do much about the things in the pipes, but that Christmas present looks like it needs hitting.
I couldn't resist it. It's such a. Knowing I've got that monster now, I have to come up with a Christmas monster adventure, and they're going to have to be the bad guys, aren't they?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's going to go over there. And then he's going to run over past the Christmas present, and then push off against the wall to push the present into the gooey pit 10 feet down.
You're running.
I'm not running. I'm moving 6.
You said you were going to run over.
Okay, he's going to move over at the maximum pace he can move without running.
Yes, I know it's semantics, but it's very important.
That's why I tend to say dash or dart.
I know. I'm just having fun trying to catch him out.
I'm going to brace against the wall and try and push it into the gooey pit.
Okie dokie. Now, technically, I know the token's cute and small, but it's
the
8 feet
thing.
tall and very dense.
How many feet?
8.
Crikey.
I typed in I have no idea why a Christmas present. I have no idea why a Christmas present came up when I typed in "scent" for Sentinel, but it was. I loved the token, so I'm going to use it. But it's 8 feet tall, so.
Well, because present has SENT at the end of it.
Of course it does, but I hadn't thought of that at
Thank
the time.
you spelling pedant, Tavis. I love you.
Well, in that case, if it's big and heavy, then all I've got to do is get it to lose its balance a little bit on the slippery ground, and it'll slip in anyway. So I'll give it a push.
Okay, So,
That's a
double
whole
the
spec-
distance the dispersion at the attacker scale is larger than the foe. Creatures may not generally push a foe that's your size 1, aren't you?
I'm size 1, and I'm pretty sure a Sentinel is size 1 as well.
Sentinel's the size 2, but you can push it because it's not double your size.
Yeah. It's not.
Okay, I need to work out why Sentinels get console areas every time I open up their character sheet, because that's a bug. Okay. Are you happy? Are you happy with a 12 on your strength roll?
I am, yeah.
Oh! Did you see that? It was the way it just rolled over at the last second.
That's the race, so I'll have it go 2 inches and go splosh. Oh. Made the GM spend a penny.
Well, it was on a 12 and it rolled onto a 2 last time. This time it actually kept the 12. But you made me spend a penny. You push against it for all your might and it doesn't move.
I'm cool with that. Made the GM spend a penny.
I suppose what I really ought to do is give it something that's probably more in keeping with its real token. I just thought there, I'll put in something more keeping, but you all got to see how cute the other one was there. I'm sure I bet you someone's made an STL model that you can 3D print of that. You know, somewhere.
Tav's already sent me a link to a set of them you can get.
Okie dokie, what's he up to? Well, he was shaken, but he isn't anymore. I think the first thing he's going to do is do that, because he's very upset with everyone hitting him. Actually, I think you killed this guy before, but oh well. Maybe he ran away. Actually, I think he might have run away. Okay. Right. That'll do. New round. Arena gets to go first.
Ooh. Decisions. There's slimy horribleness all around us. Okay. I am... This pit that that weird ugly guy's over, does it look like dangerous to him if he weren't on his nice comfortable throne?
The fifth pipe is 20 feet wide, extends up to the north end of this pipe. Is filled nearly to the rim with shuddering, glowing green sludge.
Okay, I am going to fly to
I
here.
just call that his Saturday night bath. Be careful.
Ew.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. So if I make the ochres invisible again, so you can probably see them. I can't because they're over the top of them. You can probably see the colours of the pools, can't you?
Yeah.
Let me get the GM map up because that means I can see the colours without having to get them off. So, yeah, it looks like you've... Okay, so the one in top left corner is appears to be is red.
Yeah.
Blood red, in fact, it seems to be. The one in the northeast corner's brown.
Vile yellow. Northeast.
Northeast is brown. As you say, the southwest pipe is yellow and the southeast pipe is black. So there we go. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's the four humours, isn't it? So that's blood, black bile, yellow bile, and the brown one will be what's the fourth humour?
Mucus.
Phlegm.
Phlegm.
Yeah.
What kind of phlegm's that? They must have had a really bad cold. Okay, I am going to fly at high speed into the back of his throne and at the top and try and tip it forward for him and trying to knock him off balance. And then I'm going to, after I do that, I'm kind of like buzzing him. I'm going to fly up high, very high, so that I'm out of reach of everything.
There's only... What did it say? It did say, didn't it? The ceiling's 20 feet above the balcony level.
That's fine. I'll go to 20 feet. Well, yeah, I'll just go to just
Which
below the ceiling.
is 3 inches. Or 3 squares.
So what do you want me to roll for the trying to hit the back of his throne and tip him in?
I wouldn't worry about it. What I will say is, I want
That
you
it ain't going anywhere?
I want you to make a vigor roll as you smack into the phone at high speed and attempt to tip it over, and it doesn't move. It's in fact immovable. Fine, you're absolutely fine. You do not brain yourself on it, and when you recover, you keep flying.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'll say, that's tough. Ow! Don't do that. Don't recommend what I just did.
That's because you literally would have smacked into it. You know what I mean? Because the way you described that, and
Absolutely. No, that's fine.
Knowing what I know, you literally would have just gone into the back of the throne like a bug into a windshield.
No problem.
Has somebody cast the same thing on it that you've put on a rod of one of those immobile rods?
Oh, I don't know.
It's like Thor's hammer, and I ain't got the.
Maybe I used a very specific phrasing in describing it, but yeah, we shall see. Okay, I'm going to have a totally ineffectual attack on Bert. I think. Yeah. That really doesn't do anything, and then I'm going to fly off because that really didn't do anything, and that's rather depressing.
No.
Something invisible scratches an itch on your back, Bert, and then seems to vanish.
A little further to the left. Oh, you stopped.
Okie dokie. I think I'm going to hit Bert with a Dispel. I think I'm going to spend a penny on Bert's Dispel. You need to make an arcane roll beating a 7, Mr. Bert, sir.
I think I will Benny that.
Okie dokie.
There we go.
You have to beat him, don't you?
I thought 7 was my target number.
Yeah, but Bert's the defender, so the defenders win ties.
Defenders win ties, thank you very much. I always get that confusing. I think Dispel's only 1 power point, isn't it? Okay. You're absolutely fine, Bert. I wouldn't worry about it at all. I forget I even mentioned it. In the meantime, the Construct Sentinel is going to smash his fist into Rannick. Hitting. Oh, this might hurt. Rennick bounces off a wall, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Doing.
The ochre jelly is no longer shaken. A tentacle swings out from the northeast corner. Oh dear. That's not good. Okay, so that's the northeast corner. I need you to make a spirit check, please, as you're hit from the northeast corner. Sorry.
Oh, me.
Yes.
Yes, you.
Sorry, I didn't realise you meant me. I'm sorry. For some reason, I thought you were talking to Rannick.
Yep, sorry. I need a spirit check from you, please. The spirit check's nothing to do with the damage, it's the fact you were touched. Okay.
If I've been touched inappropriately.
Well, you do not. Well, something about the touch is very disconcerting. What happens to flying creatures when they're shaken? Do they plummet?
No.
No.
No, because you can still move.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's stunned they fall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't make me fall into that. Please don't make me fall into that.
Okay. You are shaken by the impact. However, you're fine by the fact it touched you.
Do I know what it is? I mean, did I see it? Or did I just feel it?
It was the brown goo. It literally reached out and hit you.
Oh, yeah, I am shaken by that disturbingness. I know what I mean.
I'm now going to northwest pipe. I'm going to hit Bert, I think, from the northwest pipe. Oh, missing. And then from the southwest pipe, I'm just going to bash Rennick. Missing. And then from the southeast pipe, that was the southwest pipe. I'm going to hit Bert. Missing. My gosh, you're very lucky on how close those were.
I'm not so sure. I think they were just pipe dreams in the first place.
What about Benny's? I'm very annoyed.
I'm going to carefully set my backpack down in front of Amber and go, Amber, you stay here and safe and keep an eye on that for me. I hate
She's going to
stepping.
curl up on your backpack.
And then I'm going to step through the door.
Oh, fox hairs everywhere.
And I can see that. I'm not paying any attention to any of the other stuff. I see this guy. I don't know where the thing that was with him went, but I don't really care because I'm just going to. So if I targeted the second guy, you're going to have to do it for me.
No, that's absolutely fine. You at the moment you're going to just hit the dragon and the guy on the throne.
No, the arena's up near the ceiling.
Yeah, I am.
You are, yeah, I'll give you that. Ah, but what's the volume of a cone?
And I'm spending 6 extra power points, 2 for extra damage, 2 for lingering damage, and what was the other one? Oh, 2 for heavy weapon.
That's quite a lot of power points.
I don't care. This guy is ugly and he's got some creepy thing on his chest. It's disturbing me. And that's with a raise, so I get the extra damage here. I get the extra damage anyway because of the extra power.
You mean you get the raised damage on top of your extra damage?
Yeah,
Roll
get the raised
roll all that damage and see what. Let's see what happens. You roll quite a lot of 1s and a 6.
Okay, well that shakes him. Then it's lingering damage. And I don't know what effect heavy weapon would have on it because it's all it says is heavy weapon.
That just means it can damage things with heavy armor.
Okay, well, that's and so I.
Okay, lingering damage 4d4 activated.
Okay.
I just realized that. Go ahead.
Then I'm gonna duck back through the door and go, oh, that's such a horrible place.
Bert just realised
That the lingering damage from my breath weapon didn't trigger.
I didn't know you had lingering damage in death weapon.
Yeah,
you didn't remind me.
44.
That would have shaken him, which means then what? So then I would have to spend a penny to unshake, and then he would have been shaken again. There we go. How's that?
Acceptable. The imp and the slime as well.
Wound on the imp. And a wound on the jelly. Okay. I'm more inclined to not let you have those because you forgot all about them. I'm going to cheat and do that instead. And save for the jelly. Where's the imp? The imp is here. Okay, there we go. Nice, all nicely balanced out. But you're up.
Okay, yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm checking over my abilities here. I thought I had frenzy. I'm not seeing it now. Okay, bummer. In that case, I'm going to slide up to here and multi-attack.
Okey-dokey.
My first attack will be to bite Jordy. I targeted him. Why didn't it?
You rolled fighting, didn't you? Actually,
No,
you
I
haven't
rolled
got.
off of my.
Yeah, actually, you haven't got him targeted. Anyway, you hit him.
And he also needs to resist a -2 poison lethal.
Seems a bit evil. Okay. So, right, well, let's do his vigor check against the poison first, which is successful. My God, you said -2, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Okay. Do I really want to spend my last penny on this? No. Okay, so he takes a wound from the poison, and then you do, and then that's it. There we go.
And the 3 wounds from the bite.
Yep, you bit
I
him.
have a feeling what Kev's saying there is he's unstoppable and can only take 1 wound from any given attack.
Those 2 separate attacks, though.
No,
No,
One
it's
from
not.
the bite and one from the poison.
The poison's that part of the bite attack.
Ah, but it is not. It has it specifically listed as a separate thing. It is contained in the bite attack, but it is a separate entry.
It's still inflicted from the bite attack, isn't it?
Fine.
Don't forget you could use that one against me one day. So.
Okay, and then my other attack is going to be to claw Jelly 2.
Okay. Yeah, I know it lists it separately, but it is the bite that is injecting the poison, so it is technically. Do you know what I mean? I know what you're saying, but it's administered from the bite, as it were. Okay. Now that gets interesting because that's the Jelly 2. Okay, let's have a look at the Jelly. It has electricity, slashing, and piercing. Okay, so it's got to make a vigor roll or be poisoned. It does not critically fail. So it takes a wound from the poisoning and is lethally poisoned, isn't it? And will die in a number of rounds. And then you also did 1 wound on the bite to it, didn't you?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Kev said that there was a thing when the oozes touched you. I don't think you could have avoided touching it if you stuck your mouth in it and bit a bit off it.
I was coming to that. I need a spirit check from you, Mr. Bert the Linolm. Linolm, I should say. Okay. For a second there, you felt very happy when you bit it because you did it damage, and it's it's obvious. And but you seem fine now. I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
You mean he was almost feeling sanguine?
I suppose I have to give you one for that. It was very good. Schnooks is up.
Schnooks is going to come over here, and what is Schnooks going to do? Schnooks is going to step to here and whack this sentinel.
Good lad, Snooks.
Snooks, max it once. Toughness 30 use. Snooks shakes the sentinel.
Okie dokie.
And Rannick most certainly unshakes on a 18.
Yeah, Rannick's going to drop his spear, unhook the adamantine warhammer from his belt, and smack that into the sentinel.
No, nothing at all.
Oh, that's a bugger. We'll Benny that damage then. Oh! I think I got it. Got it on the backswing.
You most certainly did. Smack. Oh, I need to change that to mud. That's the end of the construct.
Good work, Snooks. That's teamwork, that is.
Snooks puts his paw up like he's waiting for a high five.
I will give Snooks the high five.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, I think Dondrad will step forward and target the bad guy. And I think what we do is just to nerf him for next round. We'll cast Blind, Strong, and we'll burn his eyes and cause fatigue as well. 5 power points. Oh, he gets the raise. So it's going to be trait -4, minus vigor to shake him. And he takes a point of fatigue as well.
I will.
Okay. Well, that's a point of fatigue upon him. He's in with the blind. Yep.
Yeah, blind his eyes start to burn and he goes all lightheaded.
And a new round begins with Rannick on the ace of spades. I think I can beat that.
Right. Rannick wants to pull a blanket out of his backpack, set fire to it with a tinder twig, and chuck it in the top of the tub that Variant Ochre Jelly number 3's in.
You do realise they're not actually ochre jellies, they're just treated as ochre jellies for combat traits.
Well, I did say Variant Ochre Jelly, so yeah, but whatever it is, Rannick's going to set fire to a blanket and chuck it in the top to try and burn it.
That's absolutely fine, I just wasn't sure if you were thinking that you happen to know the ochre jellies are particularly vulnerable to fire or something, because I was, but anyway.
No, I was just thinking that I probably can't really do much against a gooey thing, but setting it on fire will probably work.
Fair enough.
When all else fails, set it on fire.
Exactly.
I do love talking of setting up fire. Burn! Edge looks fun. Anyways, I'll try and get all those classes in for the next campaign, regardless. Bash. Okay, well, I suppose But it's the +1 to set people on things on fire. I particularly liked about that edge. Okay, well, you throw a blanket into what is, all intents and purposes, liquid. Roll a d6.
Yeah, so there's liquid and there's liquid, though, isn't there?
There is.
Petrol's a liquid.
I know, but that's the interesting thing, isn't it? Petrol's a liquid, but it isn't the petrol liquid that catches fire. It's the fumes.
No, it's the gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you're throwing it, and it just sort of goes squelch.
Oh, well.
And it smells really bad.
I actually watched somebody put out a match in a glass of gasoline. It freaked me the hell out the first time I saw that.
Because it's not gasoline that burns, it's the vapor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to go through the vapor to get to the liquid.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. How did you get through the vapor to get without
Because the liquid was all the way up to the rim of the glass.
Oh, so you went in
Okay.
from the side.
So the vapors were flowing off the side, and
Yes.
you dove it straight down the center.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. I agree. That's a bloody scary thing. I've not seen that, but that's a living scary thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. What the bloody hell was that?
You're
Flashback.
kidding me. You are kidding me. Really? What's the point of that? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have bothered. Mind you, yes, he would have done because it's in keeping with the insanity, what's going on at this point. Okay. Prepare to be horrified at the ensuing amount of damage, Rannick. Actually, exploded quite a bit. Actually, that was better than I thought because it's 1d4 minus 2. I wasn't expecting a lot.
Well, not bad for 1d4 minus 2, that.
Something just sort of basically, something invisible just scrapes and scratches at you and doesn't do much else. Arena, you're up.
Have you turned invisible again?
I would like to cast a spell.
Ooh. Spell casting.
And this one's going to use a lot of power points. I want to summon a couple of allies. I want to summon a couple of sentinels.
So you're
With wings.
So you're multi.
In what way am I
actioning.
multiing? In what way?
Oh, could you summon more than one sentinel at high level? Can you? I didn't realise.
It's an effect from the power. I spend half the power points the total spell again, and I can summon two exactly the same.
Oh, if I'd known that, he'd have done that. Oh well, serves me right.
And I'm so bennying that roll. Actually, do I need
For the
to?
record, I don't think sentinels can fly.
You can if you pay the extra.
Oh, I take
And I'm
it back. I'm
Paying
not going to
18
doubt you ever again. Don't you worry.
It's for +2 power
that
points. You can fly at a pace of 12,
Nice.
and additional allies, which is a star power thingy, but I've got that.
I really should remember to reread my powers sometimes.
Means that I can do two of the multiples of the same. Each additional one costs half the original power points. So I am effectively conjuring two flying sentinels that can move at a pace of 12, which intend to lay into Jordan, whatever he's called, the fat ugly one.
Yes, I do believe because there was bugs in the Sentinel. I think I remade him because I don't know why the original one causes console errors every time it opens up, and I'll have to look at the code and work that out one day. Let's put them side
I was
by
going to
side.
benny it, but I really don't see why actually, because I got a success, so I don't think I need to.
Okay.
Yeah, all the ways does is give him an extra wound.
No point. I will just spend the 18 power points that cost me.
Well, we know what I know what you want, so let's give you that. And let's give
Do you remember the Doctor Who Christmas special episode with Kylie Minogue in it? Because I'm thinking kind of like the waiters. You know, the angelic hosts.
Oh, yeah.
Not
And pink. There you go.
I got presents. Yay! Thank you. Excellent. Just taking off the PowerPoints. Right, okay. I think this one's going to... Well, that one will go to there. Oops. That one will go to there. And they'll both hit him.
Okay, hang on. Because, of course, unfortunately, you need them. You need both of them these days. There you go.
Thank you very much.
You get Summon Monster spell now, don't you? In the new book.
Oh!
In the new
Well,
powers,
thank you.
summon monster. And with a whole table of summon monster charts and costs and everything.
Ooh, right. I just rolled the wrong thing. Please ignore that. I meant to do that. As it happens, I rolled exactly the same thing, so that's kind of handy.
Yay, the first one fails. Oh, the bennies must flow, apparently.
Hey.
Hello, Mr. Jiminy. Okay. The flying sentinels. Sorry, the flying presentinels. Do the nothing. Okay, I'm up. Well, not me personally, but you know what I mean. Right. This is where I should really look at what my powers do, shouldn't I?
Doesn't he have a lot of stuff to have to shake off?
He's poisoned.
And his vigor is still down.
His vigor's still down, which I'm forgetting to make him do spirit checks, so...
And then don't forget the lingering damage at the end of his turn.
Yeah, lingering damage, and then he's got to save the throw versus to get rid of the blindness.
That would have been last... you've only just hit the blindness, so he's got rid of the vigor, but he's still blind. Range smarts, so I'm just going to do that, I think.
I don't like the fact I'm smack bang in the middle of his template. What's he doing?
Dispelling, I'm reckoning.
Okay, yeah, let's go for it.
I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing that I'm over the only hard surface between two piles of horrible icky goop.
Okay, he casts. It's like the wounds and the fatigue do matter, so that's a dispel of 6. I'm going to spend my last penny on this. Okay, 6 it is. So I need arcane spell rolls. From Irina and Berta. Irina, you need to then do one for yourself first, please. And
yeah, I thought I'd need to do it more.
Yeah, do one for yourself to see if you can carry on being a dragon.
Sure, I'm just trying to find it.
Actually, can you cast spells when you're a dragon?
Yes, because dragons can cast spells.
But can wormlings cast spells?
They can speak, and therefore I can.
Okay, I'm only asking, by all means. So make your...
Most of the other creatures I turn into, no.
No, yeah.
If I can speak and gesture, yes.
Yes. Okay, Bert is fine. Irina is fine. I just need you to do 2 more rolls for each of your constructs.
Okay, for the purple one.
The purple one is okay.
And for the other one.
The other one is okay. It's not his day, is it? It really isn't his day.
And don't forget to do his lingering damage.
Oh yeah, I always forget that is actually at the start of the turn, so oh well, we'll have to. Okay.
He was shaken, so he couldn't have done any of that anyway.
You'd have to spend Benny to shake.
I don't care. Sort of. I'll have his PowerPoints back if you want. Then.
No,
That's
it's
all right.
alright.
Because he tried.
It wouldn't make any difference.
Well, no, it wouldn't, because you see, if you spent the Benny to unshake, you'd have still cast the Dispel, but then you wouldn't be able to use the Benny on the reroll, so you'd have still cast it.
That
So
is very
it's
true.
like
It doesn't
you
actually
still
change
failed
anything. It doesn't change anything, does it? Actually,
Not in the slightest.
Well, the only thing it changes is he isn't shaken. So good point.
Yeah.
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 I'd have just taken one from the cheating pool if need be.
And I'm spending just 2 extra power points this time for extra damage.
Okay.
And because it's the burst template, I have to, if her friends are in there, that could be bad, but
Yeah, he had to do selective so he didn't dispel himself.
okay, I'm gonna do selective and 2 extra power points for the extra damage. So that because I'm gonna do another, because fireworks burst.
Thank you, Mr.
actually,
Jibbity. He just said something you won't like. He
What?
just said
Your Benny.
the GM bennies must flow.
Okay, fine.
Okay, you cast your sparkly fireworks burst and it hits Geordie Mandus.
And then I'm gonna.
You're a bit late to the show. There's the bad guy. Tasteful chap, isn't he? Oh, you caused a wound upon Geordie Mandus, and I've got a Benny. Ooh, I'm going to save that. Geordie Mandus takes a wound. Wolfsum the Bennies. It took me a while to work that one out.
Does that make him go in the opposite direction?
Okay, right, he takes a wound, and hang on, he takes a wound. For some reason, he's got a very twisted sense of humour when he takes a wound. Actually, that worked rather well, actually.
That sound disturbs me.
I suppose we better go back to the combat for a bit. There we go. Okay, Bert's up. That variant Ogre Josie got targeted, you've poisoned.
Right, that's why I'm just going to do a big attack against Geordie.
Okie dokie.
Big attack. Let's get the raise. Come on. Oh, there it is.
Oh!
As we can.
Can you imagine when you roll a 20 one day and it's a miss? That'd be horrifyingly scary.
And he needs to make his vigor check.
Okay. Right. I'm just going to do that because that makes my life easier. Okay, he makes his poison vigor check. I just put a +4 in to negate the blindness because blindness doesn't affect vigor rolls.
Sure.
And I'm going to take a wound. Okay. Oh, he's okay. Right. At which point, I need to change that off. Okay. At which point, after you do that big attack on him, he. Where is it? Something very important happens. He basically drops to his knees upon the throne and begs for his life. Don't hurt me, don't kill me, rather. Schnookums.
These pipes in the corners, they are flush with the floor or higher than the floor.
4 pipes of 5 feet in diameter extend up to the pipes extend up into the 4 corners of the room to a height above a foot above the balcony. Each is filled with a different coloured bubbling liquid. Yeah, it doesn't really.
Doesn't it say about a foot above the balcony? Isn't that what it said?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, about a foot above the balcony. Okay, so yeah, Snookums can reach in there and attack number 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Schnook's just hit. Oh, hang on. Schnook's hit south east pipe, didn't he? I need a spirit check from Snooks, please. Okay. So first damage does nothing. Second damage does a wound and a spirit check from Snookums.
Straight?
Yeah. Whether he passes that or not, we'll decide what happens next. Okay, that's fine. Snooks hits the basically the attacks the jelly. Well, the part of the Snooks, because it's obviously
the pipe of whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the gooey stuff.
The pipe of gooey stuff, very much so. So Geordie-Mandius is sitting there begging for his life at this point. He's crying and spluttering. In the meantime, I'm just going to bash Irina from the pipe. So, Irina, that's the northeast pipe. You need to make a spirit check, please.
That's not the best I've ever made.
That's a shame. I'd love to have seen you fail that one. I'd like to see you role-playing the effects, but not to worry. Okay, the pipe touches you. Doesn't do any damage. That's fine.
Okay.
Pipe number 2 remains shaken. Pipe number 3 unshakes and bashes Rannick. Missing. Pipe number 4 bashes butt. Missing. Dondrad, you're up. So he's begging for his life. These old Geordie Manders. I could be of use. That's about his 6 seconds. What did you do?
So I'm going to have to go to... Yes, remain there and clear that, target that. Do that. Could really done a cold shot to the head, you know. Yeah, so yeah, the paladins of Dross's tried it that way, and it doesn't work. So once war's declared, everybody must be killed. Been through this before.
Okie dokie. He cries out in pain. He cries out in shock as the crossbow bolt smashes into his throne. But I can help. I know lots. Oh, I got lots of baddies. I got lots of baddies. Ooh. He's just there to be annoying, I think. In fact, actually, that's a very good idea. Why don't I be annoying? He's just going to basically... Basically, something totally invisible that you can't see is just flying round you, Bert, and sort of poking you everywhere in an attempt to distract you. And he's poking you in the eye, he's tickling you under the arm, under the wings as you're trying to fly. And the net result of which is you're distracted and vulnerable because it's really annoying. Unless you want to spend a penny to re-roll your 8.
Yeah, I think I will, because that was a pretty good Or that's yeah. I know what I'm trying to say.
I know what
I
you're
would
trying
have
to say.
said that is a agility roll. Okay.
Yeah, it would be an agility check.
Never
Not
mind.
16
Okay.
needed.
Bang. So basically, I mean, you're just trying to fly. You're desperately just trying to keep contact and flying in a form that isn't exactly natural to you is hard work anyway. And now this thing's just going, you're annoying. You leave him alone. You leave him alone. He's poking you, and you know what I mean. And it's a really annoying, squeaky voice, and it seems to be moving around you very fast in all directions, which is very off-putting. Okay, I'm going to bash Arena again, who gets to make another spirit check. Aren't we having fun today? It's fine, absolutely fine, and is unharmed from the bashing. Variant jelly number 2 is poisoned, but it has unshaken, so it's going to have to It's going to have to touch Bert. Which means Bert gets to make a spirit check. Oh, okie dokie. Bert basically falls to the ground. I'm afraid to say. So
Does that mean Bert slides into the pit?
he'll fly into the water. Basically, unfortunately, Bert has become overwhelmed with joy, and he basically stops worrying about fighting and flying, and just drops out of the sky laughing as he lands with a big splash in that pool. I'm going to you know what I mean? And he just keeps laughing as he lands in the pit and starts sinking. This could be unpleasant, actually.
Well, how long is Bert? Because if that pit isn't longer than he is, he can always keep his head above the crowd.
Actually, he's okay because it's 30 feet deep, and therefore he's okay with it, isn't he? Basically, but for the next 2 rounds, all he could do is just laugh constantly. Sorry about that. However, that's okay. Okay, you're absolutely fine. You're not injured yet, and you're certainly not drinking it. And fortunately, Jelsa made a very good point, because you're so tall, the fact you've just fallen into 30 feet of water and all you want to do is laugh or not worry about drowning is okay. Rannick is hit, so I need a spirit check from Rannick.
Okay.
He is unharmed, and you are fine as well. Oh, I can see the dwarf from here. And I missed the dwarf. Rannick, you're up.
Right, so let's pick up Frenzy. And my intent
Actually,
is to...
sorry. Well, that doesn't sound very funny. There you are. That's what a dragon sounds like laughing. It needs to be... Anyway, sorry, you were going for it.
Yeah, my intent is to smack the one that I'm next to with my hammer, and then go over to the one north of me and smack that one as well.
Okie dokie.
There's the hammer, there's the hammer.
You hit both of them. Roll for damage.
So against the first one, that would be that.
Okay, it's shaken.
And then I'll move over to there for the second hit, which will have the +4 damage from the rhino hide.
Shaking it.
That'll have to do, I think.
Okie dokie. Mandus is no longer shaken. He gets to make a
Sorry,
vigor
big
roll at the end
fella.
of his turn.
Stunty says we got to kill them all.
Okay, he cannot. Hang on. No, he most certainly shakes off the blindness with that. He's like, he does he? Okay.
He's four.
You do not want to kill me, he says, talking to the dwarf.
Shall I roll? Am I rolling resistance against puppet?
You do. With a raise, you would harm yourself, but you get spirit. Okay, so puppet is an arcade. Yeah, you get to make a spirit check.
To get a bonus because it's actually a hindrance. He has to die.
Well, he got the raise on this, so he would actually do stuff that's contrary to. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because he got the raise, you would actually harm yourself if he told you to. But yeah. So I'm afraid, with success, you automatically obey the commands that don't directly harm yourself or those you care about. He got the raise, so you will actually harm yourself if ordered to, but you do get another chance to resist it. But in the meantime, I'm afraid to say, you have been puppeted by him, and he says, you don't want to kill me. I would say because of, basically, even though he got the raise, so I'm going to say that you don't have the you negate the -2, which he actually paid for because he didn't realise. But he goes, you basically, he does the old Jedi mind trick, goes, you don't want to kill me, and all you stand to go there goes, I don't want to kill you.
Oh, that's so funny!
I just realised that's burnt.
Does he say it out loud or does he just say it?
No, he literally does. He's been begging, and then the dwarf fired at him, and then Radix said, the dwarf says we've got to kill you. He looks at Radix, he looks at the dwarf and goes, you don't want to kill me. And the dwarf goes, I don't want to kill you.
And I step through the door and go, yeah, but I do. And I'm spending the selective and the extra damage.
But I can tell you so much about this place, and I know secrets. Go on then, kill him. Indeed, the Jedi mind trick. I didn't expect it to work on the dwarf.
And I paid for the extra damage, so I'm doing the extra damage plus the raised damage. Oh no, I'm gonna Benny that one time. How come it only did the 3d6 and not the raised damage?
Because
I rolled because it showed I rolled Sparkler because I grabbed the wrong spell. That was supposed. Should I re-roll the fireworks?
Doesn't matter. Look, so you did 15, so we'll turn that into a 16, which still only shakes him.
Then I'm spending the Benny.
Okay. Don't forget to make sure the rage damage icon's turned on. And then roll again.
Extra d6 for the...
Yep. That's a wound.
Because I don't care what the others want. And then I'm going to duck back behind the door because, but I don't want you to kill me!
God, he's got 2 bennies. Oh, well, I didn't notice that. I should have spent them to soak that damage. Oh, well. But then again, if you kill him, actually, he can't tell you very useful bits of information. So, Smack, yeah, kill him!
See, this place needed some brightening up.
He died!
Well, I hope this fireworks spark don't fall on you, Bert. Didn't mean to, but I don't like that guy.
Okay, Irina, you're up.
Okay, my sentinel here is going to go on to attack Okajelly 2.
Okie dokie.
Which one is that? That's the
That's a bit cool, but tickling Bert and making him giggle like that. It's just bloody disturbing.
Look what you're doing! A voice shouts as your sentinel flies over there. Okay, it's shaken.
And this one's going to go for that one.
The presentials. Pre-sentinels, that's what I meant to say, sorry.
Yes.
Go for it.
I can't say it either.
Yeah. That's a hit with a raise upon the other very... Oh, okay. Oh, sentinels. Okay.
Well, that should be pretty effective.
Yeah. Okay, so... Well, sentinels, they're constructs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are they immune to mind affecting? Immune to fear and intimidation, doesn't breathe, immune to poison. Yeah, they're fine. Okay, 4 wounds on that one. So, okay. Oh, okay, jelly number 4's down. Okay. That's southwest. Okay. Okay, so that is... it dies.
With a blast template, does it go pop?
It does.
Lovely.
In a huge spray of all sorts of unpleasant acid stuff. But anyway, it is dead. Mac.
And I personally will go here and land next to or possibly on top of Bert's head and speak to him. Come on, snap out of it. What the hell's wrong with you? Possibly slap him with a little dragon ball.
I've got to read a hat. I've got to read a hat.
Okay.
I'm afraid you've got another round of laughing, Bert.
No, I know.
What Snook's up to? I love your reader hat, though. It has to be said, sorry. I was trying to be helpful there.
Now, Dondrad would lose the puppet when the guy dies, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
Now that he's dead, Donrad wants to kill him again.
Yes, exactly. Oh, dear. All those secrets that he took to the grave with him.
Stunkums is going to re-roll that damage.
Okie dokie.
Re-roll that.
Look, spends a penny.
Do much better. Okay.
Southeast, I do.
Hit.
Yep. I need a spirit check as well.
Right.
2 spirit checks because you've hit it twice. I'm afraid to say. Okay. Snooks is overcome with paralyzing remorse. I'll give you Snooks a penny for that one.
Yeah. Remorse. I could have done so much in life if I had opposable thumbs.
Okay, Snooks is out of it for quite a while. 5 rounds of paralysis as he's just very remorseful. Sorry, Bert, you've lost both you and yourself and your NPC there. Dondrad, you're up.
So it's a bit slippy. You can only move half pace along the thing, can't you?
Yes, it's difficult terrain, yes.
Difficult terrain. So that's going to be three and a bit.
Except for people who picked favourite terrain option, of course.
Oh, you'll get there. 3 and a bit. Ish.
Yep. Something just slowed down the token movement there. That was very slow and jerky, it has to be said. Right. What's the plan when you get there?
I am going to hit it with a greatsword. And miss. I think what we'll do is we'll Benny it because we can, and we're going to miss. I'm actually more interested in not falling off said slippery platform than doing anything.
Well, indeed. I mean, it is pleasant, isn't it? Okay, new round. Arena's up.
Okay.
Actually, you know, it doesn't say there's a time limit on the paralysis. I'll show you. Remove paralysis.
I'm going to come over here and say to Rannick, when they die, they explode goop everywhere. Stand back, let my sentinel do it. That sentinel's going to go for that one.
The presentinal comes across. Shall I just change it to stone golems and be done with it?
Of course, I might not have given you enough warning to actually react. So, sorry about that.
Any dodge, so I'm hoping that's going to let me get out of the way.
Okay, can't see anything on paralysis. Okay, that is the northeast one. Okay.
I moved the wrong sentinel, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so that takes that and... Okay, I just need... if I can get the medium... There we go. I just need... Yeah, I need spirit checks from Rannick and Irina.
Damn, I thought it was out of range. Okay.
Paralysis. If you've got a paralysing effect on you, you're stunned but can't attempt to recover for D4 plus 1 round. Or longer if otherwise.
Okay, that's fine then. So that is actually just stunned. There we go. Brilliant. Thank you. Rannick is fine. Arena is fine. No, that was a melee attack. I'm waiting. Oh, she's already done the spirit. That's fine. Okay, your construct attacks it, but nothing happens.
Okay.
As in, no damage.
Okay.
That brings us to Rannick.
Well, thanks for warning there. That were really nice. Look.
That one didn't explode. That one didn't actually explode in any way that you could see.
You just kind of went.
Well, something left it, but you neither of you realised it because you both made your saving throws, which is a shame because I did like the idea of you both babbling incoherently. Because you two you'd have done that well. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we would have.
Rannick is going to sort of tap the little draconic arena that's flapping around on the head and say, "Now, there's a little invisible bug around here, and I'm not talking about sparkle tits.
It felt me up before.
I'll promise to not hit Dewey thing if you go and deal with invisible thing. What's tickling Bert?
All right, I'll see what I can do.
That's the whole of my round.
That's got to be, at the end of the day, the more I think about it, that's got to be a very unusual sight, really. A 90-foot-long dragon lying in a pool of slime, giggling a lot.
I'm seeing the look dragon in my head.
Yeah. In the meantime, the invisible fellow, mischievous as he is, decides now it's time to start noticing how Dondrad sort of moves along that wall with his back to the wall, sliding along it, comes up to him, starts poking him and going, "Oh, don't want to fall in the water, eh? Don't want to fall in the water," and do nothing about it because Dondrad's made of sterner stuff. Dondrad, you're up.
Yes, so let's poke him back.
I could certainly. When you say poke it back, what, the invisible fellow?
Well, there's an invisible fellow.
That's who's been poking you, going, "Don't want to fall in the water, eh? Don't want to fall in the water." So you can either poke the jelly, or you can multi-action, of course, to determine the general direction and area by.
Yeah, okay, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to, I don't know in my rules. So, yeah, we're going to multi-action to determine the general direction and then.
Okay, so as your first action, you detect magic. You see that basically two. I shall clear targets and target it for you. You discern the general area of the invisible flying thing, and you get to attack it.
Okay, I will stab.
You swing in the general area, however, you don't hit anything.
Come on. No, worse.
It just laughs at you.
Oh. Yeah, it's okay. Cool with that.
But you, I'm afraid you're going to end your overwhelming joy at the end of this round. But for now, you're...
With the final.
Okay, I don't care.
And Schnooks is still paralysed for 3 more rounds. Which means Jelsa's up.
Well, Jolsa's gonna step back through the door, and can see the one here by Dondrad. Is it poke up above that thing, or is it actually inside the tank?
You talking about the jelly, are you? Yeah, it's a foot
Yeah.
above. Yeah, it's a foot above the balcony you're standing on.
Then I'm gonna pull out a wand.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you know what you're going to do here? Because you can't make one selective. Don't forget.
No, I know that. It's a bolt, so I'm going right over little short Dondrad's head.
Okay. That's a hit. Roll for
With a
damage.
raise.
And you magic miss. Wonderbolt. Oh, you lightning bolted. Oh, it doesn't say, does it? Okay. I'm afraid it doesn't seem to be affected by that magical bolt.
Well, I'm gonna spend 1 penny to see if I can do a little better.
Okie dokie. Oh. Oh. Yes, you wound it.
And then I'm gonna say, okay, Dondrad, that's my thing, and I'm gonna hide back here with Amber.
Okay, I need you to make a spirit check before you do that, because you did kill it, and Dondrad needs to make a spirit check as well.
Jenkins just doesn't care.
And neither does Jelsa. In fact, she's in good spirits. Let's get rid of this crap. I want out of this smelly place.
Okay,
Oh,
the invisible fella is okay. I want you to know I'm feeling very depressed about things. Stookums is just thinking at the moment.
And you've got this terrible pain and all of the fur down your left side.
Yeah, at which point the other ochre jelly dies as the poison kills it.
The first gun for Miriam was the worst.
Fortunately,
That was the worst too. It went downhill after that.
new round. There's still an invisible fellow in here.
Oh yeah, there is, isn't there? Easy to understand why I forgot about that.
Dondrad, you're up.
Oh, hang on.
Of course I'm on the last card.
So was he near me when he was poking me? Yes.
Oh yeah, he's poking right near you. Yeah.
Somewhere there.
You're going to activate your anti-magic shell, aren't you? Only because I'm only saying that because it can't be selective.
Well, it's a smaller burst radius for that. No, I was thinking about casting blind and making his eyes glow, making him glow. is it's a light-based spell. So, does it have? Yes, it has got glow. Power creates a soft light or dims, slightly obscure. So yeah. Let's see if we can cast blind on him and get him to glow in the dark, like Ready Brick as well, which would make life easier.
Oh, was it? I think it might have been Not the 9 o'clock news. You remember the Ready Break adverts where the kid walks out with a red glow around them? Not the 9 o'clock news did the same thing, and the end bit, instead of being Ready Break, it was Wind Scale, which of course was Sellifield's back, wasn't it? I think.
Oh, I think I've done it.
Basically, there was an advert in the 70s where a kid would go out on a cold winter's day. He had this red glow round him and he wouldn't feel the cold. The idea was he'd eaten this hot, hearty breakfast that protected him from the elements.
Central heating for kids.
Indeed, central heating for kids. So the joke one of the comedy shows at the time did the same thing, and going, isn't it nice to know? And the end result was basically the kids glowing with this red thing around him because they're living next to a nuclear power station.
Right, so I've got him targeted, haven't I?
Glow. It subtracts 2 from stealth rolls and negates 1 point of illumination penalties, which does count for basically making him 1 point easier to hit because invisibility is illumination. Well, just
I think it might.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's going to be a bonus to see him as well. Slightly.
If you marked it as a hotfix, they put it in quite fast. If you mark it as a hotfix, it will be in as soon as they get it. It's quite cool. Okay, so I'm going to change his invisibility to attack -3 because you put a glow on him.
Yeah, so I'm going to make him. He gets picked up blind as mine. He can't see me now. Right.
Deft as a brush, but very, very ravenous.
So there is a faint glow which gives you a better idea. Okay, his invisibility power is about to expire. Interestingly, he can't maintain it. What, however, he can do is do it again.
Is he still glowing though?
Oh yeah, he's still glowing. Yeah.
So where is he?
Oh yeah, go on, I'll turn him on now. You can see the glow.
Thank you.
In fact, the glow's coming towards you. He seems to just go. He goes round doing the whole pokey tickly thing on you now. Which didn't. It should have treated that as a test. You get to make an agility. Oh, because he failed. Oh no, because he's blind. Okay, he fails.
What? Okay.
He failed because
basically you see these glowy fingers coming at you, and you're just kind of like, "What the hell?" and stepping to the side of it.
Exactly. However, he is no longer blind, and therefore he is no longer glowing. So he vanishes again.
Well, no, he's still blind. He's still blind. Only -2.
Oh, for God's sake! Yes, thank you. Which means he's still glowing as well.
Yay! There he is.
I always forget that. I do apologise. Okay, Bert, you've come to your senses.
It wasn't that funny.
Yeah, I must admit, every time I do a random encounter, I have to go and look it up again because I always forget. You tried to swat him, but he dodges out the way.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna Benny that. Oh, I tried to be an 11 over there. Okay, yeah, I missed.
You got 6 bennies in 24 minutes, so do you want to benny it? Rannick, you're up. Oh yeah, sorry, Strix is still depressed, isn't he?
Oh, poor Schnucks.
Oh, right. There you are, you little bugger, says Rannick.
It's behind you.
Rannick is going to... now that I can see where he is,
Well, you can see a glow. It's a very soft glow.
That's all right. It's enough to target. Rannick reaches into his little magic pouch. And entangles him. And then steps up. And we'll punch him.
Stop poking me.
Go for it. I am waiting for the punch. Line. Aha. Oh dear, I think that might hit. Yeah, even at -9, you still got a hit with a raise.
Yeah, I think I just got you there. You know what? I think I'm going to Benny that as well. Because I think
Okay.
2 wounds is not enough for how annoying he's been. That's better.
Are you happy with 4 wounds?
I'm happy with 4 wounds.
He's got 3 bennies, but I'm not going to spend them. Bang!
Well, I would have done it,
Yeah.
but you seem to have taken care of it.
He failed his incapacitation roll as well.
He did, didn't he? Well, he's very, very dead. Okay.
I think I knocked his bluff off. Got the bugger. Thanks very much.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, Rita, you tried to, but you know the throne that's still floating above that pool?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Not that you'll necessarily know this fact, but basically, you as a small wormling, you basically flew as fast as you can into a 6-ton stone throne. Okay.
You're right there, Bert. You look like you've been ridden hard and put away wet.
I am going to turn off everyone's effects because by the time you made sure that Schnooks is okay and everything else.
And she also went back and picked up her backpack and patted Amber. It's all okay now. Oh no, Amber.
Amber will follow you then.
Rannick's going to go over to Snooks and go, "Yeah, Snooks, that were really good. Come on, high five again. High five. Come on."
Snooks looks a little
Something wrong with
happy.
your cat.
Okay, they're all dead. Can we get out of this horrible, smelly place now?
Okay, well,
Well, the big lad there said he had lots of information for us, and I bet he's got a note on him.
his body's in there.
I'm not diving in that shit.
Is the throne still there?
The throne's still where it's always been. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's.
Okay. Let's see if I can jump over to the throne and check it out.
Yeah, I'm not accepting surrender after somebody starts a fight, because the rule has always been if a fight starts, everybody dies, and then God sorts out the problem.
There you go, 1 throne.
Let's see if there's out on it.
How are you getting to the throne out of interest?
He just jumped. He made an athletics roll and made a raise on it.
Sorry, I didn't notice because obviously I had things in the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you land on the throne. Can I have a notice check as you're sitting on the throne looking at it? No, you
can do
don't
better
find
than that.
anything. No, nothing to see.
I think it's worth a few more bennies this late in the day. Come on, let's see if we can get a raise.
I'll roll
That's better.
There's a hidden latch on the throne's left arm. Depressing it causes a hidden drawer to open on the right side.
Hang on, there's a hidden latch here. Is there any of that goo there that got snookums on it? Because I reckon if we put that goo on it, it'll open up.
What?
You still need to depress it.
Oh, God. If you
Did
weren't
you
on a
check
different
down
floor of the
behind?
building, I'd clip you around the back of the head for that one.
So did you check down behind the cushions? Normally there's some coins and stuff.
All right. I'll check down behind cushions. Mind
Okay,
you,
there appears to be what
it's
looks like some spell books and scrolls. There seems to be a number of books, and yeah. Oh, treasure's missing. Indeed. Okay, where is the treasure? That would be very annoying. This is J05. J05 colon. Ooh.
I don't want anything from that bloke's colon.
That's a bit disconcerting. Did I completely fail to create the treasure for this room? Possibly because they didn't actually list it as treasure. They just sort of did it as in a paragraph of text, so I possibly missed it because when I do these adventure conversions, I sort of don't necessarily read them in as
Well,
much
if you're
detail as I really should.
ending it immediately after this, you can always create it at the beginning of next week. I'm sure we can deal with that.
Well, yeah, I'm just more intrigued by Savage Worlds. Pathfinder's bit. Well, Pathfinder. Rise the Runelords. This is in
Do the playtesting bit and find out why it's not there.
Yeah, well, that's.
The
Should
big
have
lad body
playtested.
was dumped in the goo, was it?
Yeah, hang on. So, here we go. Treasure and gear. Let's have a look. Treasure. FGHIJF3. Oh, it does exist. I haven't coded it correctly. That's absolutely fine. I will fix that, but it does actually, treasure does exist. It's just not. Okay, so, yeah, oh god, that's a good point, actually. Yes, he did fall into the water, didn't he? Because someone blew him off the back of the throne. Oh, that's a shame, looking at everything he had on it.
Yeah, any magic items he was carrying, we either go swimming for or don't have.
I
Basically,
bet
yeah.
Bert goes swimming for them because he's already stinky.
Yeah, Bert'll go in
Well,
and get it. That's not a big
Okay,
deal.
Burke,
Technically,
okay.
I should.
Burke dives into the pool at the back there. Is there any
I mean,
special
no,
effects
if you fish about with your tail, you'll be fine. You keep your head above water, see what happens.
Okay, I think there's nothing special about that water going into it.
I can also go through with no movement penalties, so I should probably help you.
Okay, you're able to get the body out. So where's the party sheet? Inventory. I do need create another blimmin' spellbook. It's always about creating spellbooks. Okay, so basically, in the throne you find 3 scrolls. There is stuff missing. There is definitely stuff missing. A note to sort this one out. What did I say was wrong earlier? Because I forgot to make a note. I'll have to watch it later. I'll have to watch my own stream because there was a bug I found earlier, wasn't it? Well, it was. Oh, I can't remember. I'll have to watch it back. Okay, so missing treasure. Why we're playtesting it, isn't it? Okie dokie. So, what is missing? Let's have a look. The scrolls are there, so I'll put the oops. No, I won't do it that way because that isn't how you do it. So the 3 scrolls are there and the spell book's there. What else is missing? Few magic scrolls. Oh, it's a book that's missing. I just need to add that in. So I should have that created. Yep, I can open that up. I can drop that to there. I can unedit that. I can drop that to there. I can then open that up. I can then do that, and then I can go to here and go like so. Yeah. And then I can drop that on there. Okay, so there's a magical book, a spell book, and some scrolls. On his body, you find. On his body, he seems to have. He's wearing a ring. Well, another spell book. You can't have 2 spell books, but there you go. I'll just add everything into the treasure hoard. Off you go.
Maybe we should just get all of this out of here first.
One of the other
Into
things
the other room.
One of the other things you notice is as you as you open one of the books and realise it's a spell book, there seems to, on the inside cover of the spell book there appears to be what you think could be quite significant information. Rannick.
All right. Here. Rune forged weapon components. Sloth. Admixture of the 4 humours. Greed. Waters from pool of elemental of what? Envy, violence, lust. One of Delverhind's personal. Rannick blushes. Pride. Shard from any mirrors. Raxeris's wrath. Ashes from anything in the halls of wrath. Gluttony. Some of that delicious.
Wine.
The wine we had.
Wine.
Well, I've still got most of it, so that's fine.
Okay, so this is for making one of them rune. I'm a bit worried about a personal touch. I mean, does that mean what I think it means?
Yes.
Oh, well, I don't want one of them.
Does that mean that the weapon will have a vibrate setting?
I didn't need to know that. I did not need to know that. Is that what ladies do? They vibrate.
You'll find out for yourself one day.
I'm kind of worried.
So, there we go. It's probably safe in here. It's just a bit.
Now we gotta go back through each one of those places and get these things.
We might have to. I don't know. At least there won't be anybody in there to stop us this time. Should we get to somewhere where it's not quite as smelly and look at all this and wouldn't the 4 humors be like the stuff in those 4 vats? I'm guessing it would be. Aye.
We could collect that before we leave.
Aye.
Oh, hey! I got all these. Remember way back when we were helping out that little village, the one that had the plagues? Remember that lady let me take a whole bunch of her little glass bottles?
Oh, handy.
What is the form of the unidentified item? Or is it so bizarre we can't even tell what it is?
How far down the list is it?
At the very bottom, because it's in alphabetical order, I think.
Huh? What list? Oh.
No, that's identified.
It's a boot of kicking.
Boots of butt kicking.
Maybe it's one of the from the one of those personal toys.
I don't know is the honest answer.
It's not a lady toy.
No, I'm putting it on my foot. I've identified it as a boot of kicking.
Well, it certainly isn't a boot, so obviously there's diamond dust. There's I know. Is it I know. Is it
Yeah.
Oh, it's a backpack. In which case, why don't I load all of the stuff into the backpack and jump back over?
Good idea. If that's another bag of holding, that's going to make life a lot easier.
Okay, so
That would be nice to have a backpack that I don't have to drop in these gooky places.
That's a very good point.
But I went through my pouches because, like I said, way back when we did the first pre-module, the lady gave me a bunch of little glass bottles that I've been carrying around in my pouches.
So we can fill those.
Falcon's Hollow, that was.
and Falcon's Hollow. And I should remember that because I just played the last part of it again last Thursday night.
Righty hoos. So
You didn't
you
go
just
downstairs, though,
okay.
did you?
Right, so you want to basically load up. Rannick loads up everything into the. Rannick loads up everything into the haversack, so I'll just leave it in the party sheet for now because it makes life easier. Okay, what you got to do is get out.
We're going
Well,
to get those 4 vials and then go out.
I got those 4 little bottles in one of my pouches from what's her name back at.
Okay,
Falcon's
so
Hollow.
what? You're going to take water from each of the pools, are you?
That's rather
Yeah.
generous to call it water, wouldn't you say?
This haversack.
Well, it says these are called 4 humors, and there's
Yes.
4, and so that seems like probably what we need. And I just happen, because you guys think that I'm greedy, but it's basically that I just like to collect stuff. You never know when something might come in useful. And I've been carrying these around forever. And she digs out 4 little colored glass bottles.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll put them in the party sheet.
Cool.
You say haversack. It doesn't have a name label inside it, does it? That also begins with H. It'd be really handy if it did.
Well, yeah, that is obviously what it is, but you don't know that yet.
Yeah.
There we go. So you
Lovely.
now have a vial of blood, a vial of choler, a vial of melancholy, and a vial of phlegm.
How delightful.
Yeah, we'll put something in them and we'll put them someplace safe. I'm not carrying them. Those are gross. I don't want the bottles back either, I don't think.
Let's get back to the less smelly region of this whole labyrinth-lined place.
Oh, and then you can
Yeah,
work
we
out
need to
what.
figure.
Oh,
We'll figure it out
thinking
later.
about actually, that's a very good point. Something I hadn't thought about earlier, but so I'm just going to be very evil about it now. Basically, Amber sort of comes in looking rather worried as you fly through the door.
What's different out here?
I'm just getting to that. Someone pulled levers earlier, didn't they?
Yes.
Oh, people covered in goo. That water element is going to come and give us a good cleaning.
When you go outside, basically everything is submerged in this area.
Oh.
The water is noticeably higher, and it's come up the step, and it's starting to seep into this room.
The water level's rising. The cleaning cycle's got down here.
Well, we best get out of here then.
Oh, yes. Now, yeah. Right, okay.
So what I'm trying to say is, there's no way back without walking in the smelly stuff.
Can I ride back with Bert?
Possibly, yeah.
Because I like it. Because Bert makes a really good big water wings. I just don't fancy my chances of swimming. That's all.
Oh, Mac D
If
just
Bert
turned
can
up.
swim and he's already been completely submerged, Bert's going to need a serious bath once we get out
Hello,
of
Mac.
here.
Mac D just turned up, and said the most important of things. So have more bennies.
Excellent.
I don't really care how much it smells. I just don't really want to go to swimming.
I've got my pretty cloak. It will ruin my cloak. No, I'm not getting
Guys.
that water.
Would you all like to become dragons like me? You can get through it, no problem if you are. If you get close enough together, I can turn you all into something like me, and we can just fly back. / swim back.
And what about Amber and Snookums?
Can transform them too.
Fine by me. I don't want to ruin my... I've already ruined my boots.
Actually, I am probably going to do that. It's probably easy to do that. The water levels are just rising.
Yeah, that's a good excuse. I'm having that excuse as well. My boots will get wet. Honest.
Right, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I don't mind swimming, but yeah, if you're going to do it, Rini, do it now.
All right.
Not swimming, Rannick. No way to be swimming
GM,
back.
am I going to have to cast these as individuals, one per person?
What, shape change?
Yeah, I am, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to have to do it one at a time. Okay, queue up.
Basically, yeah, queue up.
Right, fine. Well, as Rannick said, hurry up. Rannick's first.
I'm gonna get rid of the water effect, but no, you get the idea. It's only, for the record, it's only this end of the dungeon that's flooded. The rest
Okay,
of the
Rannick's success.
okay. I won't worry too much about the drag turning back, but okay, it's only if you critically fail that's where it gets interesting.
Jelsa, no problem. But
You're doing Dunrad last.
You don't have to do Bert.
okay, Dondrad then. Call that Dondrad.
Okay.
If
If I were you, I suggest. Oops, let's lock tokens so we can measure this. Okay, so who did you do first? You did Rannick first.
Rannick first. Oops.
Okay, so Rannick flies 24. While you're doing the next person, I'm just going to, because don't forget if you critically fail, they all will revert. You see, so Rannick gets to fly 24 inches. So you could carry on
Jelsa
from
was
there,
second.
Jelsa was second, so Jelsa can then fly 24 inches. Rannick's going into a dead end by the look of things. So Rannick gets to. Rannick, you basically fly to there and it's a dead end. Well, Jelsa moves to there. But that was 7 inches, so you've still got another 18 inches of movement. Obviously, Bert can fly 48 inches, can't he?
Yeah, because I can't quite see the map. That's the problem.
I know. Let me be nice and do that.
That helps.
Right.
So that gets Rannick to there.
Dondrad.
Then you do Dondrad, so then Dondrad can fly 24 inches as his first action. You are supposed to make
I'm not
athletics
flying
rolls,
by
but
myself. I
that's-
need the wingman in case it all goes horribly wrong and go splash.
And obviously everyone else can fly 24 inches as well. Okay, who are you doing next?
Schnookums. Which is going to cost me a... Actually, no, I'll just penny that. There you go. Schnookums.
Okay. Schnooks flies 24. Schnooks will get to... Right, let me accept that. And Schnooks will get to there.
You can just pick Amber up.
Yeah, but then Amber would still be going through the liquid.
No, because you'll be flying over it.
Okay, fine. I'll pick up Amber and fly.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. The key point was if you critically failed, then I was going to have the fun of watching them all transform back from dragons into humanoid forms and fall in.
How many transformations did I just do in total?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank
5.
you. 5. Right.
Oh, sorry, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, she's already a dragon.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone's fine. You basically fly back out of this area, back to the Rune Forge.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the worst ever.
Totally not going to let me do that, but I don't care.
Somebody's got to come back and just burn this place. Needs a good cleansing.
Well, isn't that water elemental giving it a good cleaning?
Theoretically, it's
Yeah.
not doing a very good job, though.
Well, it's going to take forever. Well, the problem is because what you've done, it's always got slime coming in. You did the right combination. You stopped the slime coming in, and this area wouldn't have flooded. But you didn't know that, so it doesn't matter. Righty ho. So, where did you just come out from? You just came out from. You've just. Yeah, it's basically I'll put you back there. For ease, I'm just going to say arena and well, I'm going to assume everyone's changing back into humanoid form, apart from arena.
Yes.
Once we get past all the icky, smelly stuff.
Basically be in humanoid form anyway. But you probably won't fit down the corridors if you don't change back, if I'm honest.
Oh, I've just seen something in Discord.
What have you seen in Discord?
Presumably the same phrase again.
Mike has posted the message to Discord.
Oh, Jinx has said something in Discord, hasn't he? Benny's must flow in Discord as well. There we go.
And we're at it's 5:30 here, so I'm presuming
We're
We're
at end point. Yeah, I'm just going to. Bert basically won't fit down the current. Bert can't get out of the dungeon unless he shape changes back. So, there's Dondrad. There's Bert. Ooh, actually, let's redo that.
I need all those
Bert's
pennies for
size.
PowerPoints, actually.
Yeah, so do
I
I.
had to use all mine to recover because I spent.
There's Bert. There's Schnooks. There's Amber. Who's left on that map? No one. Oh, Jelsa's the last one left. And you're all back in by the Runeforge, and that's a good place to leave it. I think you can identify the items next week. We shall leave it there. Wow.
Thank you very much.
That's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And as I'll leave Fantasy Grounds up if anyone wants to sort of peruse the edges I frantically keyed in because they don't have access to PDFs. So the hindrances, the edges, and the class edges are in there. Not the prestige. I only got as far as doing the first of the prestige edges, which is the Battle Herald. I'll add all the rest of the prestige edges sooner rather than later. Then obviously before the next campaign, you guys, I'll try and get the races done and the alternative ancestries for the mini campaign, I should say. But then for the next one, but obviously you don't need them for this one because your characters are long established. Although the idea of going around doing smash does I do find amusing, going Rannick smash. Anyway, we shall leave it there. Thanks very much, guys. Right, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. This is a long dungeon crawl, this one. But they've done, how many have they done? They've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they've got 1, 2, 3 to go by the look of things. Interesting. I thought there was only 7 sins, but there's 3 more tunnels to go down. Well, we shall see what happens next time. Thanks very much. See you soon. Yeah, indeed. You're right. Blooming dungeon crawls. Anyway, I'll leave you to it, guys. Take care.